Hi friends! Okay, so today I want to talk to you about the importance of planning out your month. I know that at the beginning of doing this business, I did it kind of sporadically, kind of when I felt like doing it, kind of when I got the urge, which is cool because like that's what this is about. Like you can do this when you have time to do this. This is about freedom and time freedom, but I want to tell you that you do have to work to get to that point. You do have to be disciplined. You cannot work for yourself and never work. You have to actually do the work to get there. So it is very important that at the beginning of the month or even at the end of the month before, you plan out what you're going to do for that month. You need to plan out your goals. You need to plan out what you want your OGV to be. You need to plan out what you want your rank to be. You need to plan out where you want your leaders under you to be. You need to plan out how many people you want to enroll, if you want to offer some sort of enrollment incentive, how long you want that to last, if you want to offer like getting on Essential Rewards incentive, all of that. You need to plan out your classes for the month. You have to plan in order to make this happen, because without a plan, you're just kind of wandering through life hoping that maybe something happens. You have to plan it out if you really want to know where you're going. So, some advice for that. I have linked a planning sheet here, so check that out, and that will be super helpful to you in planning, because it has slots for all those things I just talked about. You can fill it all in. It also has a spot for rank mapping, which we haven't talked a ton about. So I want to tell you what rank mapping is. Rank mapping is basically just making a plan for how to hit whatever rank you want to hit. So maybe you're going for star. You have to come up with a plan to hit that rank. So for star, you need 500 OGV. Where is that going to come from? If you just say, my goal this month is to hit star, that's not enough. That is not a very specific goal. You need to figure out exactly how you're going to do that. So maybe you say, man, I love the Essential Rewards promos this month. So this month I'm going to spend 300 PV, and then I'm going to sign up 2 people, and I'm going to get those 2 signups from the class that I am hosting at my mom's house on the 22nd or whatever that might be. So that way you have a very specific plan. You know where all of that OGV is coming from and how you're going to get it. You're not even just saying, I'm going to sign up somebody. You need to know where that person is. Who are you going to sign up? Who are the prospects you have on your radar for this month? How are you going to talk to them? Are you going to set up a one-on-one coffee date to talk about oils? Are you going to have a class to talk about oils? You just got to plan it out. Plan, plan, plan. Do I need to say any more? I feel like I'm just yelling at y'all to plan things. I'm so sorry. Okay, so setting your goals, and you're setting them specifically. You're planning out your incentives. You're planning out your month. You're rank mapping yourself. If you're going for a rank like Senior Star, in order to hit Senior Star, you need 4 stars under you, or you need to get 1,000 OGV somehow, and then get 2 stars under you, because each star is 500, and you need 2,000 OGV to hit Senior Star. Or maybe you just want 20 people to spend 100 PV under you. That's a way too. Like whatever it is, just plan it out. If you have 2 people under you trying to hit star, then you sit down with them and you say, okay, we are going to get you to star this month. Let's plan this out. How are you going to get there? And then you write down specifically what they're going to do. Maybe they say, you know, I can only spend 100 PV this month on my ER. And you're like, okay, great. Well, then we need to sign up 4 people. Where are we going to find those 4 people? And you go into that with them. Does that make sense? Good. Okay, so another good thing that you can do in that planning sheet that I've linked, you can track your stats. And so part of being a good person in life, but also just a good business owner, is reflecting. You need to reflect on the previous month. What went great? What went terribly? What do you want to do again? What do you want to do different? And so you need to sit down, and you can track this, or sometimes husbands love to do it if they love numbers and that sort of thing. You need to write down how many people you enrolled, what was your OGV, all of that kind of stuff to track it, so you can see from month to month how much you've grown, or maybe how many classes you taught. All of those things, what worked well, what didn't work well, what incentives you ran, so you have record of that, so you can see what you did. Like, oh dang, December was an awesome month. What did I do that month that was so different from February, because February didn't go well, or whatever it might be. So that way you know what you did. You're not just like running around blindly, because that makes it hard. And I'm a person who likes to track things. I'm a planner, a tracker, all that. But a lot of people, their husbands are, and so if you want to ask your husband to help you out, if he's looking for a way to help me in this business, that would be a good way for him to be involved, because then he can see like, oh, you need to teach more classes, because when you taught classes, you did awesome, or whatever that might be. More one-on-ones, that's where you excel, that kind of stuff. It's a good way for him to get involved. If he doesn't want to get involved, don't be mad at him, it's fine, he'll come around. Okay, so 2 times in the month when you really work hard in this business, or at least put in more hours for me and most people, are the end of the month and the beginning of the month. So I set out the last few days of the month and the first couple days of every month to know that I'm gonna need a couple of Starbucks days or later nights where I stay up working to get stuff done. At the end of the month, things that you are doing, you are going to want to be helping your team hit their goals, because you at the beginning of the month, you set out all of their goals. You know your goals, you know your team's goals, so you want to help them reach those goals. So maybe it is 2 days before the end of the month and you are like, oh my gosh, Sarah, you are at 389 OGV. You are so close to 500. What can we do? We need one more enrollment for you. Who can we sign up? What's your prospect list look like? Let's talk to them. Let's offer an incentive. Let's do something. Let's get you there. That kind of thing. Also the same for you. Maybe you are so close to your goal, you just need a couple more, so you need to throw together a quick online Facebook class, or you need to reach out to some people and see if they're ready to get their kits, or maybe you need to offer an incentive, place a quick order of any amount and you get a free immunity roller bottle, whatever it is, rollerball, whatever you want to do, something fun to get you there, because you want to hit those goals and we're cheering for you. If you are close to a goal, I want to high five you and pat you on the back and smack your booty and tell you, you can do this. Go get them, champ. That's what I'll say. I'm going to say that to you. Okay, so, and then at the beginning of the month, you are getting everyone's goals together. You're writing all those down. You are praying for your people. You are getting ready to tackle this month. You're also going to get the promos out, because every month Young Living releases promos. They release your 100, 190, 250, and 300 PV promos, and you want everybody to know about that. You also want them to know about any promos that the Good Oilers are doing, or your upline's doing, or maybe you're offering, whether that be, hey, if you get on Essential Awards this month, you're entered to win a Roomba, or if you place a 300 PV order, you get a house cleaner. Whatever it is, you want them to know about all those promos so that they are more inclined to do these things, because that's so exciting and you want them to know. So some ways to do that are texting them, calling them, talking to them in person, sending out an email, whatever it might be, whatever is least awkward for you and most normal. You never want to come across as salesy. Don't worry about that. Like, you're not trying to be super professional here. You are trying to be genuine, honest, and real. And so I think that just talking to people is awesome, and being like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted a Roomba. And then you guys can send each other Roomba gifts for the rest of the month, like incentivizing each other to go do it, or inspiring each other to go do it. Isn't that fun? So that is my advice for you on the importance of planning. So it's very important to get your month written down on paper or in your calendar, whatever it is. I always make a note in my phone, planning out our month, planning out what classes I'm going to teach, all of that. So don't go at this blindly. Get some pen to paper, get everything written out, know what you're going for and how you're going to get there, and you're going to get there. You can do this. If you need more help, ask questions. We're always here to help you. Happy planning!